first scrimmage because we kind of mixed some things up, did some situations. We gave Justin Worley a lot of snaps, gave him some snaps with the ones just to do that, and mixed up a couple of the offensive linemen with the ones, just kind of working on contingency plans. I felt like the offense, was explosive, a lot of explosive plays, and scored a lot of points. Did a good job there, and we got to do a little bit better job in the back end. I think there were a lot of breakdowns in communication in the back end that led to a lot of the big plays, and so it's going to be important for us to kind of shape down, what we do so we don't make many mistakes. And so we'll see.
Worley, looking at the stats, it looked like he had a decent outing. Where's the comfort level with Justin?
We have a real comfort level, but I thought at some point he needed to get in there with the ones just so, those guys could feel his command a little bit. And he's done a great job. He's made a lot of improvement, and he's moving in the pocket better. He's making the throws he needs to make, and he's putting the ball in those guys' hands who can make some big plays.
Derek, given Worley all those snaps, is that also an indication of your comfort level of where you are at with Tyler?
Well, I think it's both. I think, the one thing that I've learned over the years is you better have two quarterbacks going into the season. And I think we got two pretty good quarterbacks heading into the season. And I just felt like Justin needed to have a heavy day out there, so he got it.
Derek, where's the line as a head coach? Your offense is really good and explosive, or your defense has got growing concerns?
Yeah.
Where do you balance that line?
I don't know. I think we just got to go watch the film and see what are the reasons. Is it because of a talent differential? Is it because we're not playing our defense the way we need to? So I think each play you kind of say, well, that was a great play. It's tough to defend, or we didn't do anything right on that play. That's on us, and that's just what we got to do.
Just standing there watching it, you have a feel either way, or is that
I think it's kind of a combination of both sometimes. So we got a lot in on defense, and we knew we'd be at this point where we got to go figure out what we're good at and tighten it down. And I think that'll help our guys play a little bit better and faster.
Derek, some of that communication on defense, how much of that was not having Herman, and kind of who's responsible for making the calls when he's
Well, I think in the back end, you got two areas. You got the front seven, and then the back end's got to communicate. So it's not just Herman.
Derek, I'm sorry if you've already been asked, but Worley, a lot of guys talked about just his command and his poise today. How encouraging was that?
It was good, and that's what I wanted to see, and that's why we put him in there for so much, because need to go into this season where he's got a little confidence and feels like he can go take command of the offense if he needs to. And I think the guys on the offense feel like that, hopefully we won't miss a beat if he's in there.
You talked about it being a more veteran team. Is today an example of that kind of shining through when they handle some mock adversity situations?
Well, I think so. We have a little more depth too, so we're the quarterback, and we were able to play a Bullard and Marcus Jackson with the ones, mix them in there, so they got a little bit of work. And so there's depth at some positions, but there's not at a lot. We're thin at some other areas that I'm real concerned about. Really concerned about inside backer, really concerned about tight end. Those are real concerns.
Derek, what did you see from Rajon? He kind of continued.
Same. He's been a real consistent in how he's performed this camp. Had a big play running the ball. Didn't get him a lot of touches. What did we give him? 8. That's a good number. 8 for 47. Devin Young had a huge play, 72-yard on a check down. We can't let that happen on the other side of the ball. That was against the twos.
Lardy made a couple more field goals.
Lardy, yeah, 2 for 2, but I'm not going to say anything because I know how this goes.
Derek, Rajon said that it was situational. A lot of it he felt like was a tough yard runs, kind of stacked against him. They're stacked against him.
Yeah, some of that. Yeah.
He said he felt like he needed to prove himself there. Do you think he's proven himself to be a more physical, tougher runner than he's been in the past?
I think he's a lot tougher than he's been, and I think he's still got some improvement to do. But you're right. Some of these runs, we had a coming out. We're on the -1. couple of carries there. We had a couple of carries in 4 minutes. So that's why you don't want to look at these stats as just hard. It's not really a game. I mean, it's a little bit here and a little bit there and a little bit here.
Derek, do you go to next week at all scouting or thinking about North Carolina State? Or
Yeah. We'll start on Wednesday is where we, Tuesday is where we kind of shut down camp. First day of classes is Wednesday, and then Thursday will be our first practice for NC State.
Start installing stuff at that time, you think? Or?
Game plan, start putting game plan, yeah. Introducing it. Scout report game plan on Thursday.
Derek, I know you said last night that veteran team, that's why you're all doing the 2 scrimmages. Can you look at a team and say we've hit enough? Is that just a feeling you have of how much contact? I'm not talking about the scrimmage. I'm talking about just the physical.
Yeah, you worry about that, but the problem is, generally when that happens, it's not the whole team. So you got a lot of positions that need to keep going. We're a little deeper. We need some. And then you got some where you feel like, God, I wish we could go get into game week. So you got to try to play that balance when you structure practice. It's a little bit of a challenge. You want to go in that first game healthy, fresh, and we got a lot of recovery coming up for them. So, and that's what I told them.
No, just a situational scrimmage, but A.J. Johnson with 12 tackles.
Yeah.
Did you notice him being that active?
Yeah, he's been that way. Every game he's played. So he's a real steady hand in there in the inside, and he's a good football player.
When Herm's able to go, I know you've professed confidence in that group before, but when you've got Herm out there and all your starters out there, how good do you feel about that starting line unit of linebackers?
The linebackers, yeah. I think it's fair to say if Herman's healthy, that's one of our strengths. I mean, that is our strength of our defense, just because Kurt, Herman, AJ have all proven that they can play good winning football in this league, and no other position has that. In fact, on the whole team, I mean, nobody else has gone 12 games and proven they can be good. So yeah, that's a strength, but we need to keep them healthy because depth's a real concern. All right.
Thanks,
I got to
Coach.
go watch the film.